request some of the advocates, request Sri Raghunath Garu, Senior Advocate, former President, to address.
Good afternoon to all my friends. Our Honorable Chief Guest, Acting Chief Justice, Sujay Pongal, Honorable High Court Judges, Chairman Bar Council of Telangana, Narasimha, Vice Chairman, Sunil Gaur, Bar Council Member of India, Mr. Vishnu Vardhan Reddy, our young friend, Additional Advocate General Mr. Rajnikant Reddy, our former judge, Chandrega, Sunil Gaur, Vice Chairman, and our beloved President, Mr. A. Jagan, and members of our Bar Council members, and my esteemed members, ladies and gentlemen. After a very comprehensive address by our Justice Nandagar and our President, I think almost all the aspects have been covered. However, I am deeply honored to give this an opportunity. I'll say a few things and due to the time constraints. Friends, the 134th birthday celebration of Dr. B.R.Ambedkar, even after 134 years, you will show how deeply imbibed in Indian society his aspirations, feelings and doctrines we have to understand. Recently, when Indian International Society has organized a public opinion, who is the highest and intellectual and who is deeply into the people of the society, has been organized a poll by a very renowned people, and it has come that the most influential person not only in India but also across the world is Dr. B.R.Ambedkar. This is what the Dr. B.R.Ambedkar philosophy. Today, the relevancy of Dr. B.R.Ambedkar, if you see how the Indian society is being transpiring, whether you agree or not, the thing is, Indian society is fundamentally a caste bias, class bias and gender bias. And recently, over a period, we could also see that there is a bias on the minorities. Friends, the greatest understanding, by virtue of that, we could able to minimize the two-glass theory, two-plate theory. Of course, today still we see the atrocities that is across the country. Maybe in the name of honor killings, you might have seen not more just from the Hyderabad, it is a matter of 30 to 40 kilometers we have witnessed very brutal killings just on the basis of caste. This is an Indian society where since 1915s, where the Dr. B.R.Ambedkar started studying and exploring how the elimination of caste. Dr. B.R.Ambedkar is not just confined or concerned to only the Dalits, my friend. He is a man of encyclopedia concerned to the entire society. He has doctrine on the political economy, sociology. He has doctrine on the gender equality, on the minorities. on the nationality, whatnot, every subject in the world which is a very contemporary has been impressed by the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. That is the reality. That is the reason today Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's philosophy has imbibed. Today even the dominant caste is, without taking the name of B.R. Ambedkar, they can't survive. That is the reality. Very unfortunately, even after the lapse of over 7 decades of independence, the aspirations of the people of this country has not been realized. The dreams that dreamt by the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar has not been realized, my friends. Today you see everywhere the so-called bias and discrimination is still prevailing in the society. For example, this is an occasion where we only get an opportunity to express our views so that can reach to the honorable judges, to reach to the social situations which are prevailed today. The beauty of the democracy in this country is that from all the sections of the society, there must be a proportionate representation. Either it may be in the political parliamentary democracy, in the legislatures of parliament, or in the bureaucracy, or in the judiciary. Very unfortunate that in the higher judiciary, as my friend said, the president, Mr. Jagan, that still there is a deeply discrimination is being prevailed in the, more particularly in the higher judiciary when the appointments of judges has been taking place. You see, for example, I think it has lost more than 15 years that no minority has been elevated from this high court to the bench, which is the most unfortunate. And this is not the beauty of the democracy in this country. We have a very young intellectuals from the minorities, Dalits, scheduled caste, OBCs. But why? What's the reason? The reason is that the people who are being has brought up from the marginalized people are not being elevated to the extent of collegiums. We do not find such an atmosphere where they allow the backward communities, they allow the marginalized people, Dalit, women, minorities to see that they should also be equally elevated, equally, proportionally represented in society. What would happen, the real problems, the real situation, contradictions can only be understood those people who face from the downtrodden communities. Therefore, this is the real commemoration of the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is not just organizing the public meeting and just to have a talk. No. The real commemoration, the aspirations of the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar should be put in reality. The Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, until his death, I think no one across the world, every moment from 1915, you take his history, relentlessly fought for the cause of this social justice, relentlessly fought for the socio-economic political justice to the people of this country. That is what the aspirations of the people of this country has codified in the Constitution. Indian Constitution is not a mere document, my friends. It is an organic, it is a living document. Before Indian Constitution came into force, we had only Manusmriti. We do not have a law. Today the Constitution, which has given enormous power to the people of this country to implement the social justice, social equality, not only in the other sphere of the life, but also in the higher judiciary. Thank you for me giving this opportunity.